Oh, my goodness, Elden Ring, right? What a game. It's massive, it's beautiful, and it's famously, incredibly, mind-blowingly tough. Just beating it normally is a huge achievement. You feel like a true hero. But what if I told you some brave, possibly slightly crazy gamers out there are taking it to a whole new level? Imagine this, playing through the entire epic saga of Elden Ring, from the very first step into Limgrave to the final earth-shattering boss, without taking a single point of damage. Not one hit. Not even a tiny little scratch from some random angry sheep. It sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? This, my friends, is the no damage challenge or no hit run. It's a self-imposed rule that changes everything. Your health bar becomes this sacred thing you must protect at all costs. Every enemy, every trap, every tricky jump becomes 1,000 times more intense. The stakes are incredibly high. One tiny mistake, one moment of carelessness, and poof, the run is over. You have to start all over again from the very beginning. Can you even fathom the patience required for something like that? It's a true test of skill, dedication, and maybe just a little bit of masochism, in the best gaming way possible. So, why would anyone put themselves through such an ordeal? What drives a person to attempt such a monumental feat of gaming prowess? Is it for the glory? Absolutely. The bragging rights are legendary. Is it for the challenge itself? You bet. It's like climbing the Mount Everest of video games. It's about pushing your own limits, seeing how far you can go, and truly mastering a game you love. It's about transforming from a player into a legend of the lands between. It's a journey of pure skill and unwavering focus. In this little exploration, we're going to dive deep into the Elden Ring No Damage Challenge. We'll look at what makes Elden Ring so darn hard in the first place. We'll talk about the strategies, the builds, and the mindset needed to even think about attempting this. We'll celebrate the incredible gamers who have actually pulled it off. And we'll ask the big question, is it something you, yes, you, could ever achieve? So grab your flask of Crimson Tears, though you won't be using it, and let's venture forth into this wild, exciting challenge. Elden Ring's world, the lands between, is just breathtaking. Seriously, you can wander for hours just admiring the scenery. Golden trees, crumbling castles, mysterious caves. It has it all. It feels alive, like a real place with a deep history. But don't let that beauty fool you for a second. This world is also incredibly dangerous. Every picturesque landscape can hide a deadly enemy. Every quiet corner might be an ambush waiting to happen. You constantly have to be on your toes. It's a world that invites exploration, but punishes recklessness with swift, brutal efficiency, especially when you can't take a single hit. The game mechanics themselves are complex and super satisfying to learn. Combat is more than just mashing buttons. Oh no, it's a dance of timing, spacing, and understanding your opponent. You need to know when to attack, when to dodge, and when to use your special skills or spells. Each weapon feels different, each spell has its own quirks, and with no damage allowed you can't afford any mistakes. A poorly timed roll, a greedy extra attack, that's usually a trip back to the last sight of grace. In a no-hit run, it means a full reset. Ouch! Let's be honest, Elden Ring is a difficult game. Even for seasoned gamers, it presents a significant challenge. Enemies hit hard, and they have tricky attack patterns. Bosses? They are on another level entirely. They are often huge, intimidating, and have movesets designed to crush your hopes and dreams. Trying to beat these formidable foes without taking any damage at all requires an insane level of skill and knowledge. You need to play perfectly every single time. It's like trying to walk a tightrope over a pit of very angry lobsters. Good luck with that. FromSoftware, the brilliant minds behind Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, are famous for creating these kinds of challenging experiences. Their games don't hold your hand. They expect you to learn from your failures, to adapt, and to overcome. Elden Ring continues this tradition proudly. It tests your patience, it tests your reflexes, and it tests your strategic thinking. It's a masterpiece of game design, and the No Damage Challenge is perhaps the ultimate way to appreciate just how deep and demanding that design truly is. It's a beautiful, brutal ballet of survival. So, we've established that a no-damage run in Elden Ring is incredibly hard, like super hard. Why then, you might ask, do people willingly sign up for this torture? Well, it's not just about the pain, I promise. It's about the pursuit of perfection. It's about taking a game you love and aiming to master it on a level that few will ever reach. It's not just about finishing the story, it's about conquering every single encounter flawlessly. Imagine the feeling of knowing you've bested every challenge the game threw at you without a single misstep. That's powerful stuff. Attempting a no-damage run fundamentally changes how you play and perceive the game. You're not just looking for the quickest way to defeat an enemy anymore. Instead, every single fight becomes an intricate puzzle. You study enemy attack patterns with intense focus. You learn the exact timing for every dodge. You discover safe spots and optimal moments to strike that you'd never notice in a regular playthrough. The lands. Between transform from a place you explore into an arena you must meticulously deconstruct and understand. you become a true scholar of its dangers. And then there's the sheer, unadulterated sense of accomplishment. Can you picture it? That final boss, the Elden Beast or whoever gives you nightmares, finally crumbles to dust. You look at your health bar, still full, gleaming, untouched. The credits roll. You did it. You actually beat Elden Ring without taking any damage. That feeling must be absolutely euphoric. It's a personal triumph, a testament to your skill, your patience, and your unwavering dedication. It's a story you'll tell for years, a badge of honor in the gaming world. Beyond personal achievement, these runs often become a source of inspiration and entertainment for the wider gaming community. Many players who attempt these challenges stream their progress or upload videos of their successful runs. Watching someone else navigate the treacherous paths of Elden Ring with such precision is awe-inspiring. It shows what's possible when you combine deep game knowledge with incredible skill. It can motivate others to try harder, to learn more, or even to attempt their own crazy challenges. It's a way of sharing the love for the game and its incredible depth. Alright, if you're even considering a no-damage run in Elden Ring, you can't just charge in with a rusty sword and a prayer. No. You need to think like a super spy, equipping yourself with the absolute best tools for untouchability. Your gear choices, your spells, and your consumable items will be your lifeline. From the moment you wake up as a lowly Tarnished, every decision about your build matters immensely. You're not just building a character, you're crafting a damage avoidance machine. This is serious business, folks. First things first, range combat is your very best friend. Think about it. If the enemies can't get close enough to hit you, they can't damage you, right? Simple. So, bows, crossbows, sorceries, and incantations become incredibly valuable. Powerful spells like Comet Azure, if you can set it up safely, or long-range incantations like Lightning Spear can obliterate foes from a comfortable distance. Even a good bow with a stock of special arrows can trivialize many encounters that would be risky up close. Keeping your distance is the golden rule. Next up, let's talk Ashes of War. These nifty skills can dramatically change how your weapons work, and some are practically essential for a no-hit run. The superstar here is often Bloodhound's Step. This Ash of War lets you perform a quick, far-reaching dodge that makes you temporarily invisible and invincible. It's like a get-out-of-jail-free card for tricky situations. Other useful ashes might include those that provide stuns, knockbacks, or quick, high-damage attacks that let you eliminate threats before they can even react. Experimentation is key to find what suits your playstyle. And please, oh please do not underestimate the power of consumables. Throwing pots that inflict damage or status effects can be a game-changer. Think fire pots for groups of weak enemies or frost pots to slow down tougher foes. Perfumes can offer powerful temporary buffs or damaging clouds. Items that boost your attack power even for a short time can help you end fights more quickly, reducing the window for error. Every little advantage counts when perfection is the only option. Meticulous preparation and resource management are paramount. Section 5. The Art of Untouchable Combat. Tactics and Timing. When you're aiming for a no-damage run, combat in Elden Ring transforms. It's no longer about trading blows or relying on your healing flasks. Every fight, even against the smallest, most insignificant-looking enemy, becomes a high-stakes ballet. Aggression takes a backseat to extreme caution and meticulous planning. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's your primary weapon. You must be willing to wait for the perfect opening even if it takes minutes. Rushing in is a surefire way to see that dreaded "you died" screen. Or in this case, the "run over" screen in your mind. The cornerstone of no-damage combat is learning enemy patterns. I mean, really learning them. You need to become an Elden Ring zoologist, cataloging every grunt, every twitch, every wind-up animation. When does that giant swing its club? How many attacks are in its combo? Does it have a follow-up if you dodge a certain way? This knowledge allows you to predict what's coming and react flawlessly. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of magic, it's powered by hours and hours of careful observation and practice. Every enemy is a textbook you must memorize. Positioning is absolutely everything. You need to be a master of spacing, always keeping yourself out of immediate danger, while still being able to chip away at the enemy. Use the environment to your advantage. Are there pillars to hide behind? Ledges you can shoot from? Can you funnel enemies into a narrow corridor where they can only approach you one at a time? Think like a battlefield tactician. Sometimes the smartest move is to not engage directly at all, but to find a way to bypass the threat or use the terrain to create an unfair fight. Unfair for them, that is. And then there's the dodge. Oh, the glorious dodge roll. In Elden Ring, your dodge gives you a brief window of invincibility, often called iframes. Mastering the timing of these iframes is critical. Rolling too early or too late means you'll get hit. You need to feel the rhythm of combat, dodging through attacks rather than just away from them sometimes. Backstepping and jumping also have their uses for avoiding specific types of attacks. Your movement needs to be fluid, precise, and almost precognitive. You're not just a warrior, you are a dancer, and the dance floor is paved with danger. Section 6. Legends of the Lands Between the No-Hit Heroes. So, you might be wondering, with all this talk of extreme difficulty, has anyone actually managed to beat Elden Ring without taking a single hit? The answer is a resounding yes. The gaming world is filled with incredibly skilled and dedicated players who thrive on these kinds of seemingly impossible challenges. These aren't just mythical figures, they are real Tarnished who have walked the path of perfection and emerged victorious, completely unscathed. They are the no-hit heroes, and their accomplishments are truly legendary. It's super inspiring to see. Many of these incredible feats are documented on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. Streamers and content creators often take on these monumental tasks, sharing their entire journey with their communities. This includes all the triumphs, the heartbreaking failures, the strategy development, and the sheer grind. Names like Seku, who is renowned for no-hit runs in FromSoftware games, or Gino Machino, famous for his challenge run creativity and execution, often come up. Watching them play is like watching a master artist at work. Every movement precise, every decision calculated. It's a different way to experience the game. These successful no-damage runs are not achieved overnight, far from it. They represent hundreds, sometimes even thousands of hours of practice. Imagine the dedication. Countless restarts after a stray arrow or a misjudged boss attack. The mental fortitude required to keep going after so many setbacks is astounding. It's a testament to human perseverance and the desire to achieve something extraordinary. These players don't just know the game, they understand its very soul. They've dissected every mechanic, every enemy, every potential threat. The achievements of these no-hit champions do more than just earn them bragging rights. They inspire the entire gaming community. They show that with enough dedication, skill, and perhaps an unhealthy amount of patience, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. They push the boundaries of what's considered possible in gaming. And who knows, watching one of these incredible runs might just spark that little flame in you. Maybe you'll think, hey, I could try that. Or maybe just, wow, that person is amazing. Either way, it's pretty awesome. Section 7. Facing the Titans. Boss fights in a no-damage run. If regular enemies in a no-damage run are like tricky puzzles, then the bosses are the final exams from heck. Each major boss in Elden Ring is designed to be a significant roadblock, a true test of your abilities even in a normal playthrough. In a no-damage run, they become monumental mountains to climb. They are faster, hit harder, and often have much more complex attack patterns than standard foes. One wrong move against a boss like Millennia or Godfrey and your pristine health bar is instantly tarnished. It's intense. Think about some of the early game bosses. Margit, the Fell Omen, is notorious for catching new players off guard with his relentless aggression and varied combo strings. Taking him down without a scratch requires impeccable timing and a deep understanding of his moveset right from the get-go. Then there are late-game behemoths like Malekith, the Black Blade, whose attacks can drain your maximum HP, or the final bosses themselves, which are often multi-phase endurance tests. Each one presents a unique, terrifying challenge for the no-hit runner. The strategy for no-damage boss fights usually revolves around absolute, unerring memorization and flawless execution. You can't just wing it. Players will often spend hours, even days, practicing against a single boss. They learn every tell, every attack's hitbox, every safe window to deal damage, no matter how small. It becomes a deadly ballet, a perfectly choreographed sequence of dodges, repositioning, and counterattacks. Often, ranged strategies are preferred to minimize risk, but some brave souls even do it with melee builds, which is just mind-boggling to watch. Some bosses have particularly nasty tricks up their sleeves that are especially dangerous for no-hit attempts. Area of effect, AoE attacks that cover a large portion of the arena can be difficult to avoid consistently. Attacks that inflict status effects like Scarlet Rot or Frostbite are also a huge threat, as the ticking damage would invalidate the run. And let's not forget bosses with unpredictable AI or attacks that are simply very, very fast. Overcoming these titans without a scratch is the ultimate display of mastery in Elden Ring. It's where legends are truly forged. Section 8. Beyond the blade, hidden dangers and frustrations. When you think about a no-damage run, your mind probably jumps straight to epic boss battles and intense combat encounters. And yes, those are huge parts of the challenge. But in a game as vast and treacherous as Elden Ring, the threats don't just come from enemies with big swords or scary teeth. Oh no, the lands between are filled with all sorts of other ways to ruin your perfect run. Sometimes, the most frustrating damage comes from the world itself, or from tiny, overlooked mistakes. It's a minefield out there. Let's talk about the true ultimate boss of any FromSoftware game, Gravity. Yes, falling damage. One wrong step off a cliff, one misjudged jump across a chasm, and splat! Your no-damage run is over just like that. It's heartbreakingly common. Then there are the environmental traps. Elden Ring loves its hidden pressure plates that trigger arrows from the walls, its rolling boulders that appear out of nowhere, and its floors that suddenly collapse beneath you. You have to be hyper-aware of your surroundings at all times, scanning every nook and cranny for potential hazards. Status effects are another sneaky enemy. Poison swamps, scarlet rot lakes, these environments can inflict damage over time, and that definitely counts against the no-damage rule. Even a brief dip into a toxic pool can spell disaster. You need to find ways to navigate these areas safely, perhaps using items that grant temporary immunity, or by finding clever platforming routes to avoid the hazardous surfaces altogether. Some enemies also inflict these status effects with their attacks, adding another layer of complexity to avoiding damage. It's not just about dodging hits, but also what those hits might leave behind. And finally, there's the ever-present danger of human error, a moment of distraction, a button pressed too early or too late, thinking you're safe when you're not. After hours of perfect play, one tiny slip-up can bring it all crashing down. This is perhaps the biggest mental challenge of a no-damage run. Maintaining that level of intense focus for the entire duration of the game, which can be dozens or even hundreds of hours for such a run, is an incredible feat of concentration and mental resilience. The frustration of a late-game failure is immense. Section 9. So can you do it? The unscathed Elden Lord dream. After exploring the sheer difficulty, the meticulous strategies, and the incredible dedication required, the big question remains. Is beating Elden Ring without taking any damage a realistic goal for you, the average, or maybe not so average gamer? Well, let's be super honest here. This is one of the toughest challenges in all of gaming. It's not something you can just casually decide to do on a whim and expect to succeed quickly. It demands an extraordinary level of patience, an almost obsessive attention to detail, and a whole lot of free time. This particular challenge isn't going to be for everyone, and that's perfectly okay. Some people play games to relax, to enjoy the story, or to have fun with friends. The idea of restarting a 100+ hour game because a random bat sneezed on you might sound like the opposite of fun, and that's totally valid. A no-damage run is for those who find joy in deep mastery, in pushing systems to their absolute limits, and in overcoming what seems impossible. It's a very specific kind of gaming thrill. However, even if you don't think you can complete a full no-damage run of the entire game, you can still draw inspiration from it. Trying to beat a specific boss without taking a hit, or clearing a familiar area flawlessly, can be a really fun and rewarding mini-challenge. It will absolutely make you a better Elden Ring player. You'll learn enemy movesets more thoroughly, you'll perfect your dodge timings, and you'll gain a deeper appreciation for the game's intricate design. Every small victory in this style can feel amazing. Ultimately, Elden Ring is a game about perseverance. It's about facing overwhelming odds and, through skill and determination, emerging victorious. The no-damage challenge is perhaps the purest, most extreme expression of that core theme. So, while it might seem like a distant dream, never say never. Believe in your ability to learn and adapt. If the call of the lands between whispers a challenge of perfection to you, perhaps, just perhaps, with enough practice and a heart full of grace and a lot of luck, you too could become an Elden Lord, completely unscathed. What an epic thought.